Good evening, everyone. How is everyone doing tonight? I hope that you guys are doing okay tonight. I see that you guys have been hitting the like button. I like that. But if you haven't hit the like button, please do. I see Letitia is in here. I see, and she's a member. I see Miss Jacqueline. She's a member. I see Jean. I see Linda. I see what's that deal the Don. That's tongue tying. And I see Miss Diane, she's a member. How is everybody doing? I came on a little early because I got home early. I see now it's just, let's see. I was going to say, I think it's sending out notifications. Hey Courtney. Oh Lord, she waited until I get on. I don't know what's going on with this dog, this puppy, but she is something else. She wait till I get on and want to play with her toy. Hey Miss Clarinetta. I'm giving more people the opportunity to start jumping on. Hey G Money. Stop Remy. Hey G Money. Hey Scoot. What's that? Scooters Worlds. How are you guys doing tonight? How are you guys doing tonight? How was everybody's day today? Even though it's starting, it's, the weather change. It's been raining. I think it's bringing in the cold weather. It still is not cold. It still isn't cold at all. What's up? I'm trying to hop in the box. Okay. Merc, I'm gonna drop the link in a few minutes. And you guys, this subject is, I see a lot of people are very, very passionate. Okay. A lot of people are very passionate. So that's why I've been dropping the link to let people come up. The only thing that I ask is when you're back in the back studio before I let you up, have your camera on. Turn your camera on because y'all know I get a lot of trolls. So that's the only thing that I require, that you turn your camera on. And so yeah, new to use. Hey, new to you. Hey, Florida Two Pistols, Nakia. I was giving everybody the opportunity to start coming in. He says, drop the link. I'm trying to get in the box. You trying to get in the box? What box? So I'm gonna drop the link in a few minutes for. I know a lot. I'm trying to get in the box. Tonight, you guys, let me do the intro. Tonight, we're going to be talking about, of course, rapper Takeoff'S. I'm sure a lot of people have already heard that Takeoff'S funeral is, I believe, on the 11th. His funeral is on the 11th. And I want to talk about who could have wanted him gone, because in my opinion, it looks like an assassination. It just does. It looks like an assassination to me. So it's been a lot of rumors going around. I've heard some people say all that stuff about, I don't mean no harm, Quavo had his nephew taken out. Me personally, I do not believe that he had his nephew taken out. I don't believe that. I believe this was I believe it had a lot to do with jealousy. It could have been they was hating on them the whole time. It looks just like an execution to me, an assassination. I think it's sad on so many levels. And then I want to touch on, will Houston PD make an arrest? I want to cover all that. Will they make an arrest, or will the FBI have to step in and arrest everybody, hell, to include the Houston Police Department. Sometimes, the FBI, especially when there's a reluctance because the mayor or the police chief might have an interest um, in this situation, and there's a reluctance to do what is right. Sometimes the FBI has to step in. So I want to talk about all that. HPD is tied. He says HPD tied in with mob ties. I truly believe that. I truly believe that HPD is tied in with mob ties. Okay, I truly believe that. Merc, I'm gonna drop the link in the chat. Okay. All right, you guys. I said I was gonna drop the link in the chat, and I am going to do that. As I say, as I drop the link in the chat, because y'all know I've been having kind of like a open panel on this situation. Okay. And like I said, when you're in the backstage, turn your camera on so that I can see how you look. Okay. And of course, we try to keep the cussing to a minimum because people are very petty. They'll start striking at the page. They will. Okay. All right. So whoever wants to come up can. Oh shit. Whoever wants to come up can definitely come up. Okay. Okay, I don't know who that was, but I put them in timeout. They don't tell me that I'm talking too much in my chat. I think that was somebody whose name was Merc that was on my panel the other day, but I don't think that that's the Merc. I think that's a troll. I don't know why these trolls coming in here. I know oftentimes a lot of these trolls like to try to come in here so that they can do something with that link. I think they better think well before they manipulate that link. Okay. Merc, I need to see your face. I need to see your face. I didn't see it. I didn't see it. Okay. All right. You guys, like I said, the link is in the chat. If anybody wants to come up, you can definitely come up. Okay. You can definitely come up. But I'm gonna tell y'all something. Don't come up here trolling. Don't do it. Just go ahead, stay out of the studio. Don't come up here trolling. Merc, I need to see your face. How you doing?
How you doing? Listen, baby, listen for the last time, and I'm gonna say it one last time. I do not show my face. You feel me? But like I was telling, but I know something. You feel me? But I'm gonna put it like this. I don't give a fuck who here, police here, Texas here,
Okay,
FBI. I
here's
don't.
the
I don't
thing.
care.
I had just said though we have to keep the cussing to a minimum because they've been striking at the page.
Okay. This was going on. One of the
Okay,
boys, the boy with the purple jacket, the world ain't got to worry about him.
you there?
Yes, I am.
Okay, it paused. So say
Yeah.
it again. We didn't hear you.
I said The boy with the purple jacket, the
Uh-huh.
world ain't got the world ain't got to worry about him.
Why you say that?
If you don't know what the term mean, you want me to say it mean he's dead. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
He he's going out of here. I killed him myself. So I just want to let the world know the boy in the purple jacket, he gone. He's murdered. And
When you do
and
that?
shit, I did that shit today.
Why you do that?
And that's all I'm gonna say.
Why? Oh my God. Uh, Lord have mercy. His name was Merc. Lord have mercy. I tried to talk to him to see why he did it. Y'all know I be counseling people. Anyways, you guys, I dropped the link. Okay, I dropped the link. He said that he took somebody out in a purple jacket, and he did that today. I don't remember anybody that was there that had on a purple jacket. Hey, hey, who had on a purple jacket? Who had on a purple jacket, y'all, that was up in there? I don't remember seeing nobody, and I've seen the pictures of everybody. Okay, I see you, huh? You ain't not a Merc, are you?
Say again?
Did you just hear what Merc said?
No, I didn't. I just came up.
Oh Lord. Was it anybody there with a purple jacket? He said he took out the person that had on the purple jacket. That he here he come again. Hold on, we don't
I
let him
think
back.
I think that's the same person from last time. Remember?
Hold on. Merc.
First, first of all, baby, this ain't no troll. You feel me? I don't need no motherfucking clout. You feel me? Like I don't need no clout. I don't need no money. Like I got millions of dollars. You feel me? Street credit all day long. But like I said, the world ain't got to worry about that boy. That boy gone. You feel me? It is what it is. You feel me? And them boys paid me $200,000. So it is what it is. And that's all I'm gonna
Well, let
say.
me ask you something. Why you take him out? Everybody want to know why you took him out. Why you take him out?
Because for one, he killed my nigga. And two, I'm looking for two more niggas. And
Is it
when
me?
I find them, I'm gonna kill them boys. It is nothing
Whoa.
to be said. I'm gonna murder them boys. You feel me? And two, I'm gonna kill Jay Prince myself.
And why you gonna do
So
that?
because those my niggas, and I
Who
don't give a fuck. You feel me? Listen,
who's
baby. Listen. You don't know who I am. I don't know who you are, baby. Listen. I don't did over 10,000 murders. You feel me? And proud of them. And don't give a fuck. I'm one. I am one of them people. Everybody know who the fuck I am. Everybody, rappers, lawyers, FBI, police, everybody know who the fuck I am. And I don't give a fuck about none of that shit.
What's your name?
About nothing.
what's your
You see my
name?
name, Merc Merc.
No, what's your real name?
Man, I ain't telling you shit. Like I said, it's Merc Merc. So y'all can say, what y'all want to say. Y'all can laugh and be
But
blogging
you
and
said
trolls,
everybody knew you. We were
whatever.
just trying. We were just. So, are you located in Houston or are you out of Atlanta?
Baby, I be everywhere.
Nah, where you from though?
I be everywhere. I am really from Chicago.
Wait, weren't you on here a couple of days ago saying you from Florida? You remember
Didn't he
No,
that?
say he grew up with
I don't
Boosie? Didn't
know.
you
Yeah, he
grow up
said he grew up
with
in Boosie. He said he grew
Boosie
up.
Oh,
in Louisiana? In Louisiana?
but listen, y'all laughing about this shit, but know what I'm saying? But I'm taking this shit serious, you feel me? And y'all just laughing like for real, like like for real. Like I can come find y'all and kill y'all. For real. So y'all know what I'm saying? So y'all laughing. Listen, I'm not playing about my people. I'm not playing about my niggas. I'm not playing about my family. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit, bro. I don't.
So, are you saying you a
I
serial
don't for simple
killer?
fact. Just
Oh Lord, let me get him out of here.
That man tripping.
Yeah, he tripping. He sick. We're gonna block him. He said he done committed over 10,000
10.
murders.
Yeah,
That's
that's
a big
crazy.
number.
He works in Jeffrey Dahmer.
Oh Lord have mercy. Anyways, rapper Takeoff's funeral is on the 11th, I do believe.
Yeah,
Now,
I'm in Atlanta, and it's gonna be a huge. Let me not say it's gonna be a huge crowd, but they have me at this State Farm's Arena, the Hawks Arena, on Friday.
mhm.
But I don't remember you. I don't remember you. I don't remember. I don't think you remember me telling you like the HPD have until the end of the week to solve, like, to hurry up and catch the killers, because when after Takeoff get laid down, like get buried, man, it's gonna be a whole lot of BS going on
Yeah.
for
A
sure.
lot of people were trying to say Quavo hadn't said anything. You have to understand, Quavo is grieving. Like, I mean, that man is with his family. That was his blood family. That man is grieving. He is with his family. He's doing what normal people do.
Yeah, if you heard that scream, I don't know if you heard that scream when he seen Takeoff get killed. Oh my God, that was deep.
Yeah, that was deep. He's talking about two people that have been together forever.
That's his nephew. I can't believe that.
Yeah, that's his nephew. I don't believe that, he took him out. I don't believe he played a part in that.
Yeah.
Somebody has sent me, I had found a message. Well, not found. I was looking at a message someone I just saw today had sent me yesterday, and it was a screenshot of supposedly well, it did have Fifth Ward Cam on there saying F Quavo, and then he deleted the
Deleted
post.
it. Yeah, I seen it. I
Yeah.
seen it.
What do you think their issue was with Quavo?
I think it had to be over the dice game. I think had to do something before that. I don't know what it is. I think it's jealousy. I really think it's jealousy, honestly.
Yeah.
But then again, I think it's a chain snatching too, because I seen the dude in the yellow jacket try to snatch not Quavo Takeoff chain before he passed away. Hold on, I'm gonna
Wow.
get back on the panel. I'm sorry, I'm gonna get back on the panel.
Okay.
Hold on.
Well, y'all, his funeral is coming up on the 11th. And I think it's all about, did somebody want him dead? Like I said, I was looking at Whack 100, and Whack 100 was while I was looking at a video, somebody else was playing a Whack 100 rather, and he had said that he had gotten word that Quavo was they was in a tangle. They was, and while he was in a tangle with the other dudes, the yellow jacket ran up to Takeoff and took him out. Okay. Sneak said old tweets showed that he didn't like Quavo and the Migos. Wow. So I had to have been jealousy. If you look at, if y'all pay attention to when Quavo was standing around that table, that boy was just standing there looking at him. And if you notice, Quavo has started looking up at him, paying him some attention. Okay. He was, because he probably noticed him just standing there staring at him. And that was such a hater move to just run up to somebody who was not doing anything to you to take out, his nephew like that. Just pop him, just take him out, and been on the internet trolling. I think they've had him to take his Twitter down now because I can't find it no more. But that message was that the person sent me. It was a screenshot of it. He took it down talking about F Quavo. So basically, because they didn't like the group, and then they was jealous because I saw where the jeweler was showing that they had came into the jewelry shop. Okay, they had came in Houston earlier to the jewelry shop. He said they got their jewelry cleaned and they bought some jewelry. Whenever they are in Texas, she said it's still up. Is it still up? Oh, okay, it's still up. I can't find it no more. They in a jewelry shop in Texas, and he was showing video of it. He was like, Quavo was so kind. He was real quiet. Not Quavo, but Takeoff. They bought some jewelry, and you didn't see Jay Prince or Junior with them. It was their crew. It looks like they had about two or three more other people with them when they went into their jewelry shop. I didn't see Junior or Jazz. Okay, I agree with you, baby. I agree with you on that. That was a coward move to make, to just take that boy out of here for nothing. You know, like I said, there are a lot of things that are being said about this situation. One thing that I refuse to believe, I just don't believe that Quavo had his nephew taken out. I think these were just some hating dudes on some hating stuff, and they didn't like them anyways. I think it had to do with jealousy and wanting to rob them. Now, what people are trying to figure out now is why it was able to happen, and they was in the company of Jay Prince Jr. and them. You would think that the little dudes that hang around them got respect for them. If they looking out for them, you would think they would have more respect for them. They hanging out around them because I'm assuming they helping them to get money. So you can't tell the little dudes that's hanging around you that you're helping to get money. You can't control them. So it's something wrong with that, So I'm sure his funeral, I hope that his funeral is peaceful. I think it's going to be at one of those stadiums. So I'm assuming that funeral will probably be for his fans and things of that nature. And his family, his intimate family, will probably have an intimate funeral for him. I'm sure that they will, so that they can grieve, and they'll probably even have that before that big funeral that they have planned at the stadium. So, I think it's a sad thing. But hey, this stuff got to stop. And then he says Quavo assisted, and another was with Q and T. Okay. Migos shouldn't have been there with no security. Well, I can agree with that, but at the same time, they have been going up there, hanging out with them dudes for a long time. They've been going up there messing with them dudes now for a while. So, hey, maybe they felt like they was good. Anytime you've been going hanging out with somebody for years, you wouldn't think that something like that would happen. You wouldn't think that something like that would happen. I think they kind of let them down with what they did. Okay. I'm dropping the link for anybody that want to come up. You could definitely come up. Tonight we're talking about a rapper Takeoff'S funeral. Who wanted him gone, and will Houston law enforcement make an arrest? And that's something that I've been really watching closely. I want to see if Houston law enforcement is going to do the right thing, because it appears to me that it might be some reluctance there. That's what it appears to me. Now, we've heard them say one thing as it relates to this case, and that is Quavo's brother. They're saying that's his brother. It was a person of interest. A person of interest is not a suspect. They have not said anything else about it. I'm not saying that they have to, because if they are thoroughly investigating, I know oftentimes they will go quiet. But what really concerns me is, are they going to do what they're supposed to do? Will they do that? Because it lies in the world of, even with Duke the Jeweler situation, it lies in the world of mob ties. Atlanta politicians reached out to Houston politicians. Really? I didn't know that. But with Offset with them, I think they knew they were, but with Offset with them, I think they knew they were vulnerable. Oh, wow. I just can't. Somebody was saying earlier, I was kind of looking at, is that what they're trying to say is that somebody was shooting recklessly. It was possible that whoever it was that on Jay Prince's side could have been just shooting recklessly. I guess they're seeing now that that's probably not going to, just blaming it on Quavo's and Takeoff's crew. That ain't gonna fly. So I think now what they're trying to put into the atmosphere is that whoever it was not trying to take Takeoff out. They was just shooting recklessly. So I don't know, y'all. Like I said, I just, either way it go, I think it's a sad situation. I definitely think it's a sad situation. But what I'm interested in is seeing, is Houston Police Department going to do what they're supposed to do? Because just from what I can see, the mob ties seems very comfortable in doing what they do. Now, I was looking at an interview that Jay Prince did a couple months ago, and he was sitting up just talking like he owned Houston. You know, when he was talking about checking in and things of that nature, and he was like, people don't want to check in. And I guess I could feel the same way, you know, because I ain't checking in. But when I am on somebody's in somebody else's city, I will call a person, call somebody. Y'all, they trying to spam the chat. Okay. He said, I will call somebody. And hold on, you guys. I have to open this up. He was like, that he will call somebody. He was like, but just like when people are in Houston, he says that when people are in Houston, he expects, you know, they don't have to call him, but you know, he feel like that they should call him. He feel like it's only right if somebody is on his soil to call him and let him know. You know, it's out of respect that they are on my soil, that they are in Houston. If you know that person run that city, it's only right when you're in Houston to call that person and let them know that you're on their soil. Who the hell he's supposed to be? That's something that I could not understand. You know, for him to even make a statement like that, and for law enforcement to have been allowing them all of this time to make these type of statements. Okay, basically letting people know we run this city. Why they think they run it, I don't know. What are they doing? Are they inciting fear? We do know that a situation, the Duke the Jeweler situation, happened. People don't even really like talking about that. I think it's a damn shame that folks feel like that Duke the Jeweler life meant nothing. People are not even talking about Duke the Jeweler when that situation with Takeoff and the situation with Duke the Jeweler is almost identical. It's almost identical. Instead, you had people saying, well, you know, Duke the Jeweler should not have been there with all of his jewelry. That's what I can't understand about our people. Duke the Jeweler was a businessman, and he thought he was going to make a sale. That's what Duke the Jeweler thought. And I don't know if he was lured. It appears that he could have been lured or whatever. Okay, but we do know he had on a lot of jewelry. They said he had a lot of money on him, and he had more jewelry in another bag. So it was something weird went on. You know, all of a sudden he walking back to his car from the concert, and somebody choose Duke the Jeweler to rob and kill. It's something weird about that. Okay. The video with Takeoff was heavily edited. Facts. They got Duke. Of course, I feel like they got Duke. I do. I feel like they looked at Duke as a lick when he was standing up there at that pool table. Now, I was looking at something tonight where that, but they have been saying though that Quavo found out that the dice, you know, were fixed or something. I don't know anything about dice, but they kind of tricked him on the dice. They say he wasn't mad about it, but then, you know, they took it to another level, I'm hearing. So it could appear to a whole lot of people, just like it appears to me, that they was just looking for a reason for some commotion to start so that they could do what they did. Okay? So that they could do what they did. Praying for Quavo. Yes, I'm praying for Quavo too. They was watching his every move and tried to put it off on Boosie and said he had something to do with it. Yeah, they was and plus they was in Houston. And that's why I can't understand what a lot of people, you guys, you know, I know Boosie ain't no innocent person. I do believe Boosie know what happened. Okay? I do believe Boosie know what happened. But I had always felt like what happened to Duke the Jeweler lied in the world of J. Prince Jr.'s people. I just I always did. Okay? And that's not going to change, okay? When mob ties turn on each other, since this is a celebrity murder, one person can take the whole gang down. You know, I don't know. I don't know if they are going to turn on each other. I think that if they felt like somebody was going to turn on them, they would go ahead and take them out, just like with little Fifth Ward Cam that's on his Twitter. Fifth Ward Cam, with the yapping that he's done, I feel like he has really, you know, just like what JoJo Splat and them was doing. You could tell Fifth Ward Cam is around the same age as they was. I think he kind of solidified probably what law enforcement, I'm talking about, maybe if the FBI is involved, he kind of solidified whatever their thoughts were, their suspicions was. He let it be known that there was a problem with Quavo, that he had a problem with Quavo, that he didn't give a damn about, you know, what happened. And he was kind of trolling what happened. His energy has kind of given it away. And that's messed up. Misunderstood said, when people realize there is a God and he sees everything. Lindell Martin says, I'm so sick of dumb MFs with guns taking away all the good music from us. Absolutely. Catalea says, I think so. Rest in peace, Young Dolph. Maybe not together, but definitely there. I think I'm missing some comments. They trying to cancel Kanye. How about cancel the Prince family? Absolutely. Absolutely. Now, a lot of people are wondering about, will there be repercussions? You know, I don't know. I think that it probably will be. One thing that we do know is that Quavo knows what happened. He was there. He was in the midst of that. The people around him knows exactly what happened. He has not spoken out to the public yet. And he don't have to, because he is grieving the loss of his fellow bandmate that happens to be his blood nephew that he grew up with. Okay? His sister's child, that's family. That comes first. That comes before the music. So he's doing, you know, I know a lot of people have these theories and they immediately, but you know, we're all different. You know, I have to understand that. And I know, you know, sometimes things like that happen. I'm not naive. Hell, I worked for the police departments forever. I know that stuff like that could happen. I just don't believe that it happened in this case. And then, you know, for me, I grew up around a family, you know, I have to understand that people come from different families. And so they have different experiences with families, you know, just with I grew up around love. Okay. And I know I don't have anything to do with anything. I'm just saying, when stuff like this happen, I just don't automatically believe without any merit that somebody's family did that to them. I choose to believe at this point, because there is a pattern with mob ties, that mob ties allegedly had something to do with this. We know that, rather than Quavo. Quavo was hurt. I don't believe Quavo had a thing to do with this. Not at all. Okay. So I'm trying to figure out, why was Takeoff taken out? Why did he feel like he needed to walk up to the young man who had not done anything to him and just take him out? And now he's been trolling about it, talking about F Quavo. So you mad at Quavo and you feel like taking out Takeoff, I mean, will hurt Quavo? Is that what he's Is that why this happened? Huh? The three Migos all grew up in the same house because Offset is their cousin. So I think that is messed up. I think that is messed up, and I think if people truly want justice, the mayor as well as the police chief, their feet is going to have to be held to the fire. I do know this: they are skating on thin ice. There is a lot of places don't want them around. I've heard that. That it's going to be hard for them to go anywhere. And my thing is, you would think that Junior would be mad at like Fifth Ward Cam and them. You would think that he would be upset, because that's bringing shame to their brand, his father's empire. But these are the people that he has aligned himself with. That's why I don't understand it when people say, but he grew up rich and he wouldn't do anything like that. Look at the people that he has aligned himself with. Okay? These are the people that he hang around daily. He kind of brag about having these people around him to the point where he feels like that he owns Houston, because he says when people step on my soil, okay, it's only they need to show him some respect and call him to let them know they in Houston because that's his soil. And he don't care. He's scared they're gonna kill him. These young men be into their feelings over Ish. Absolutely, it had a lot to do with jealousy. I feel like it had a lot to do with jealousy. I agree. Even in the past when they were there hanging out, and it was mostly Quavo. You saw him a lot with Jazz Prince. I don't necessarily know if they went to the hood. Okay, I don't think they should have been in the hood. They didn't know those dudes like that, and they was just waiting to rob them. After what happened with Duke the Jeweler, I can't understand why any other celebrities going and playing dice and partying with them. Everybody want to be a gangster. I heard the Prince family is banned from Atlanta. Black people, we don't own nothing here, so why does he feel like he needs to check in? Prayers for Takeoff, absolutely, and for his mother and his whole family. I thought Lil Cam was going to turn himself in today. That was a rumor. Lil Cam, when they said Lil Cam was going to turn himself in, when they were saying that Lil Cam had been taken out, Lil Cam immediately started tweeting on Twitter, letting people know that nothing was going to happen to him, period. That's the energy that he put out there, that nothing was getting ready to happen to him. They was in the hood before it happened. A bunch of cowards in this world. You guys, I'm dropping the link. If anybody wants to come up, you could definitely come up. Whoever wants to come up can come up. Just click the link, you guys. Hold on one second. I'm looking for something. Let me see if I can find it. I think that Twitter is gone. Hold on, y'all. Yeah, I don't see his Twitter anymore. Catalea, didn't you say his Twitter was still up? Because I'm looking for it. I can't find it. I believe that Houston knows what happened and HPD not doing their job. That's because HPD is too, has allowed them to get away with quite a bit of stuff for some reason. And they're comfortable with getting away with it. Comfortable with doing what they do, I mean. And not doing their job. They for the mob ties watch and see the chief policy is the Fifth Ward. Hello, Tamara. Hello, Roberta. He promised Quavo a bag to perform him and Takeoff. was promoting their album. He felt he is Jay Prince Jr. He shouldn't have to pay. Jay Prince Jr. kept running money up on Quavo. Wow. Are they probably working for them? These entertainers need to stop going there, get it where it hurts. Spend no money in Houston. I agree. Especially if you ain't gonna never get to go home again. And he talking about that's his soil. Catalea, what's the name of his Twitter? I was on his Twitter and I don't see it anymore. I think it's Cam, Fifth Ward. I don't know if it's still up. I don't see it. Hold on. Let's see. I think I found it. No, that's not it. Um One thing for sure, y'all, I found it. He's still trolling. I don't know what's going on, but hold on. Let's see. He posted yesterday. He said when he retweeted, Baby Boy didn't even have a plot. Nigga was just a loser in the hood. Most of that shit cap can't go for that. You say it's facts, prove it. I heard that pressure bust pipes. I come so hard. You ain't really down when you can't come around us forever with the ones that I'ma do or die with. He said, you ain't really down then. You can't come around us forever with the ones that I'ma do or die with. Ain't into the clout, but I stay going viral. He said 2022 been a movie for him. Some shit just can't phase you when you been that nigga. Okay, he hadn't really posted since yesterday. I don't know, y'all. They saying that that's the little boy that did it, the young man that did it. I don't know. They having Takeoff funeral the same day Mo3 passed. Wow. I agree that everyone needs to boycott Houston. Beyonce, Bees in the Trap. Quavo was in the Fifth Ward, and the Prince family kept dropping location in their stories the whole time. That is weird. That is weird. If I'm not mistaken, though, Quavo might have went live, I think. Let me see. Let me go to Quavo's page. I don't know if he's taking that stuff down. But he probably hadn't even been on social media. Because this was his business partner, his family. Hold on. Yeah, he hadn't even posted on social media. Because his life has changed drastically, Hey, and it all happened overnight. Hold on for a second, you guys. I don't really think nobody is saying anything else as it relates to this. Yeah. Hold on, you guys. Let me see something. It looks like Jazz Prince had his official birthday celebration October the 28th. I don't know if they was partying that whole weekend. Quavo was in the Fifth Ward, and the Prince family kept dropping his location. He's still trolling. He's so dumb. Third Ward, 16-year-old. Okay, I see you, hon. How you doing?
Hello, how you doing, Miss Tamara? How you doing?
I'm doing great. How about yourself?
I'm doing great myself.
You wanted to weigh in on this topic?
Yes, I did. First of all, I'd like to say I enjoy looking at the show whenever I have a chance to catch it. You do a great job, and I appreciate the
Thank
hard work
you.
that you're putting in.
Thank you so
Um,
much.
I, I just want to get your opinion on something. So the killing of Takeoff, um, I have a couple of friends of mine that are actually artists, rap artists, and it may be just some little rumor thing, but it was put out that Takeoff was actually shot 3 times instead of the 2 times that a lot of people have been on, and they were saying that he was shot. The initial shot was like in the abdominal area, um, but what they're saying is that the person that was in the Chucky doll is actually someone's son, and when they were trying to find out, a lot of people were thinking that it was Jay Prince's Jr.'s son, but it's actually Bushwick Bill's son. And they were saying that he actually was the one that shot Takeoff first. Because if you look in the video, when Takeoff arm was in the middle of him, like he was holding his stomach, nobody walks
Mm.
like that. And so that's what drew the attention to it from some other people, because that's when he turned around, when he was being snatched around, you could actually see like the blood on his shirt near his stomach area. I want to know, had you heard anything about that?
Well, I had heard that it could have possibly been Bushwick Bill's son, but I don't think that. And then people were saying that it was possibly Mike Prince's son. They've said Mike Prince. All I know is he's related to him because I've heard he was his brother, his his
Right,
brother, his son, and now they're saying that he's his cousin. All I know is he's related to him, but they're saying that that's possibly his son. I don't think the public really knows, except for the people that was there, who it was. I don't know, but I just feel
right,
like with that Chucky doll, it was. I don't know if it was a Halloween party. I don't know, but I know it just seems strange. I just know that whole situation was strange, and I can't for the life of me with Jay Prince being a with the Migos being as big as they are and Jay Prince being in the industry, I can't understand how that happened. These were Jay Prince's people. How was that able to happen on his watch?
I don't understand it either. Like I said, I have a couple of friends of mine that are rap artists, and they move in a certain kind of way. I mean, when they're going to do shows and stuff like that, I mean, even if they're going out of their familiar stomping ground, they always have their own people with them. They never, put their trust in someone else, provide security for them and stuff like that. I kind of found that to be kind of odd for them to go out there and not have any type of security, especially when we've seen other events that have happened out in Houston with, with entertainers and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. So are you saying you're Houstonian? Did you say you was from Houston?
Me?
Did you say you was from Houston? I
No,
couldn't
I'm
hear
actually
you.
from no, I'm not from Houston. I'm actually from Georgia.
Okay. So are you still in Georgia?
Yes. I
Because
stay
and
in
the
the
reason
Atlanta
I asked you
area in
that is
Covington.
because I wanted to ask you, how has the atmosphere been in Georgia since this has happened? Do you think that there's going to be any retaliation?
To, to be honest, it's extremely. I mean, it's hot. There's a lot of frustration. There's a lot of anger. You know, you hear the little talks around. People want some retaliation and stuff like that. I think the thing that's really bothering people is that because we haven't heard anything from the authorities around anything related to the case, and so they're really putting people in a bad space. You know, especially if people are connected to someone, they have friends in high places, you think there's going to be some type of cover up because of the people that may be involved in it. So that's why there's a lot of frustration down here in the Atlanta area.
Mm-hmm. Scooter's World says, did you hear that Quavo passed out? And that's believable because I saw the video of when those girls was holding Quavo on both after he stood up and he had to leave his nephew laying there lifeless. They just kept him, even after they just kept him laid out there. People was taking pictures of him. It seems like they had him on both, both sides of his on both sides. They had to hold him up. So I can believe that. I absolutely believe that Quavo is extremely hurt about this. I don't think he saw this coming because if I can remember right, Quavo said something like this what we doing now, or they said he was like, this is what we doing now. So when Jay Prince walked by. So like I said, the good thing about it is Quavo is alive and he knows exactly what happened.
I think the thing that kind of one of the things that's being around is that there's some people down in the area that think that it was supposed to be something that happened to both of them, and the reason why Quavo didn't get hurt, injured, or killed is because of when Migo Bands was, bagging up and then trying to defend him and Takeoff. Quavo ran off all the way down to the other end while the firing was going on to get out of the way of the bullets and stuff. But some of that talk has been going on too.
Mm-hmm. Well, let me ask you this: do you think that it was do you think that this was planned or it was random? Can you hear me?
In my opinion, at first I thought it was yes. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Can you hear me?
Uh-huh.
At first I thought it was just a situation that got out of hand, with a disagreement and stuff like that. But when if you pay attention to the videos when you see where the people were standing that were involved in this thing, I think it was more of a plan versus something that just happened off the cuff. Because the young man in the yellow hoodie, if you look at the video when they're arguing, Takeoff was arguing over there with Jay Prince Jr. and stuff, he was already standing over there by the rail. So they had to walk out to leave. He was already standing over there to the side over there with that satchel around his that satchel bag around his shoulder.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they are saying that it was Bushwick Bill's son that was identified.
I really.
Hold on, let me show you guys.
Yeah, the young man. I think his name. I think his name is Knxw, something like that.
Yeah,
that's what I was hearing and seeing floating around. And when you look at the video, there's one particular
shot. This is him right here. Do y'all can y'all see that from y'all screen?
It shows the face.
They're saying that this is the guy that was holding the Chucky doll.
You can.
Okay, so there's his name is Young something. I can't even pronounce that. Knxw. That don't okay. So they're saying that this is him holding the Chucky doll. Migos bands, Takeoff. And that's when Takeoff was still standing up there. And that's the Chucky doll right there behind him. Could it have been him who shot him? Hell. That's Migos. That's moments before it happened. That's Migos bands right there. He was in front of him. So hell, he couldn't have shot him in the back of the damn head. He was standing in front of him.
But see, but if you remember when Quavo said, "Man, let me go, man, before somebody make me hurt somebody." When he walked away, when you look at when Migos Bands was looking at the young man in the hoodie, Takeoff had already been shot already when Migos Bands was looking at him, and the Chucky doll was right there on side or somewhat in the middle area of Takeoff, right there.
And you see that the Chucky doll at this point, the guy looks like he's turned towards Takeoff, and Takeoff's back is turned to him. Can you see that? That's Takeoff right there.
Yep.
His back is turned to him. That's Migos Bands. He's in front of Takeoff, and the Chucky doll looks like at this point he's turned towards them, right? Does it look like that to y'all? Because see, at this point right here, he's looking at Quavo and them argue, but right here it looks like he's in another position. Okay, it says in these screenshots, Young, I can't pronounce that name. Knxw watches Quavo arguing with mob ties associates.
It's called Young.
It's called Young what now?
Yeah, his rap name is Young No.
Okay. And then it says, then he is seen crouching next to Takeoff's seconds before the rapper is shot.
So what they think, and I mean, we won't know until the deal comes out, but what they're thinking happened is that he was shot in the stomach first. And then when Migos Band saw what was going on, when he reached into the satchel bag and had the gun and had it pointed out, Migos Band was still bagging up. He hadn't even fired because his gun was still off to his side, hanging down. And so that's when Takeoff was grabbing his stomach, and then he started walking forward. Takeoff was still walking forward. And then the young man, Little Cam, was actually walking with Takeoff to use him as a shield between him and Migos Bands. And then he grabbed Takeoff. And then that was saying that's when he shot him in the back of the head, turned him around to use him as a shield some more to try to get out of the to go back into the building. And that's when he was trying to snatch his chains off his neck.
Wow. Hold on. Let me see something, because I know she have a lot of hold on for 1 second. Do you think that any arrests are going to be made?
I'm hoping so. I mean, the family needs some type of justice behind this, and I really want something to happen before it escalates, because that's my biggest fear, that it's going to escalate into a bigger issue than what it is right now. So I still think, even with the rest, I still think maybe something that happens at some point in time. especially if you have people coming from something out now is that talking about people from Houston, not well, some of those guys affiliated with them not coming to Atlanta, not being allowed to come to Atlanta.
Oh, hold on. Let me go back to this. Okay. So she's from Atlanta, and they always call and give her the juice. It says source Lil Cam's father is a longtime associate of Jay Prince Jr.'s father, James Prince Sr. Multiple bloggers claim Lil Cam shot Takeoff after snatching his jewelry, but there is no evidence to support that. Multiple camera angles show Lil Cam 22 running into the bowling alley while Quavo's half brother Migo Bands shoots at someone else while defending Takeoff. Migo Bands is heard on video shouting, "Let's go, Take," before the shootout. Wow. They tried to rob them and he shot him.
And I'm gonna tell you something else that yeah, because somebody said, and I don't know if it's true, but somebody said that there was somebody that saying talking about run those pockets when Quavo was walking off. But the one thing that was that when TMZ put out their initial video, they were saying that the report was that Migo Bands was shooting wild with his eyes closed and stuff like that. But what happened is that he was actually trying to shoot little Cam, and so he was tracking him, and so he was shooting at him while he was running, because when he ran back into the building, that's the reason why those windows shot, because he was shooting inside of the building, still trying to shoot him, because he ran the door. And so once everything calmed down, then little Cam came back through the door, and then that's when Jay Prince Jr. and his crew walked past, and Takeoff and was saying that foolishness that he said. And then they walked out, and then the guy walked right behind them through the door again.
Wow. Okay, because there's she's saying that okay, so she's showing Migo Bands right here in the purple, right? Now this is him right here. Migo Bands, she said Migo Bands
that's the back view. That's behind him.
Okay, it says these screenshots from a video shows Lil Cam wearing a yellow hoodie running to the bowling alley, while Migos Band's red era, shows exchanges gunfire with someone else in a opposite direction.
So that's why when we were talking about the three shooters, they were saying that, like the initial shot, they were saying that the person that was in that Chucky costume did the shooting, because if you go back there, there's another picture where the young man in the Chucky suit, he actually fell down, and you can look and see where it looked like he still has the gun where it's pointing, and I don't know if he was shooting or what, but it was something going on there, because he actually fell down on the ground. And then of course Migo Bands fell on the ground as well.
Wow. It says, according to sources, Takeoff was targeted for a robbery because he failed to check in and pay for protection. And he showed up at the dice game wearing $100,000 worth of jewelry around his neck and wrist, and an expensive watch. Chicago's Duke the Jeweler was also killed in September when he showed up to Jay Prince's dice game wearing pricey diamond jewelry and flashy cash. So they're saying, because Takeoff was not really dealing with them. He was off by himself. So they're saying that he didn't really check it. If you notice, he really was not in the activity. And I'm hearing that they had a show, which is why Takeoff was with him. But Takeoff wasn't really fooling with them like that. You didn't even see him around the table when they was playing dice and stuff. So maybe somebody took that personally, that he didn't feel like he needed to pay them to be in that city.
Yeah, that's true. That is true that he didn't check in. Quavo was the only one that actually did the checking in, because really Quavo was the one that really deals with jazz in that manner, because they're real cool. So, but still, I just hate that young man was taken out for something just petty and selfish. Is that reason? So.
Wow. Y'all make sure y'all hit the like button. If you have not hit the like button, please make sure you hit the like button. This is crazy. That makes a lot of sense. Quavo checked in. He didn't. He wasn't really hanging. He probably, he showed up at the dice game, but he was standing off by himself. So they took offense because he didn't pay. He said that that's his soil, because clearly he was targeted.
Yep. Because the thing, even if there was a disagreement, there wasn't no altercation as far as anything physical. Quavo was leaving. He was saying, "Hey, let's go." They were walking away. They was getting ready to leave and go out. And so nothing should have happened to them if they were supposed to be up under the protection of mob ties, Junior and them. I mean, but the one thing I will say, what I didn't like, and it disturbs me, is that Jazz Prince was the reason why I'm out there to celebrate his birthday. For him to leave them and say, "Hey, I'm leaving. I'm going home," or whatever, or wherever he went, because there's something out there saying that he actually went to another party. He didn't go home like he said. He was actually at a party. But my thing is if you leaving them, then who are they supposed to be with if they were with you? Because you're the one that picked them up.
Mm-hmm. They says that the Atlanta mayor has said that he has spoken with the Houston mayor, and he has also spoken with Quavo because he wants updates in the investigation also.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
And there was a little talk going around today. I talked to one of my friends, and he was saying, and I know this probably somebody just putting it out there, saying, talking about there's going to be some kind of altercations in Atlanta on Friday when they have the homegoing service for Takeoff. I hope there's no truth to that, because that's going to be messy if someone is stupid enough to try to cause some kind of ruckus like that.
They said that so Bushwick Bill's son is trying to drop albums and stuff. He does music, so he hangs around J. Prince Jr. Now let me ask him: do you think that J. Prince Jr. had anything to do with this?
But he well, to me, I think in my opinion, he's ultimately responsible, because he was supposed to ensure that they were not supposed to be messed with. And so even if there's some type of altercation going on where there's some kind of disagreement or argument, you're supposed to be able to squash that. If you're some type of leader and you have the respect of everyone that's around you, you're supposed to be able to squash that and diffuse it. And he didn't do that. And I don't think he wanted to do it. I think he felt disrespected because him and Quavo got into that little, going back and forth verbal exchange.
Mm-hmm.
And then when you got some young goons in the room, they can look at it and say, "Hey, you disrespecting our leader. Hold on, we got to stand up. Anything could happen." He should have just diffused all of that.
Yeah, he should have. And people are talking about how Quavo was talking. There was nothing that Quavo could have said that could, especially if he was not, the man was walking away. It did not.
Right,
that was
exactly.
a hater move. Why would you go run up to this guy and kill him? They killed him execution style, like they shot him from the back of the head. Like they shot him in the back of the head. It's something wrong with that.
Exactly.
That means his back was to them.
Yep.
You know, hey, that's the reason why people are saying what they set up from the start. It's something that's not right. We know that he's dead. We got a young man that is being accused of doing this that's on Twitter trolling. Now, if he's supposed to be Jay Prince's camp, I mean, that's Jay Prince's that's his mob. He's mob ties. Why is he trolling Quavo and Takeoff? You see what I mean? It don't make sense.
So I'm gonna give you a backdrop, some stuff that I found out. So he has had a problem with, he doesn't like the Migos for some reason, because back since like 2017 or 18, he's been posting crazy stuff about the Migos for years, talking about how he don't like their music, and anybody that like them, they suckers, and all this kind of stuff. So he has never liked the Migos, and so that was a bad situation right there to start with him being in the room while they were there. And then the other thing is that he's actually supposed to be laying low, but he's almost like a crash dummy. He's out here doing everything, he's trying to poke at what has happened, trying to boast about it and stuff like that, feeling like he's untouchable. So,
and he's definitely jealous, because as a matter of fact, let me show y'all this. He said, Charleston White says they want Migos dead because of jealousy. They wish they could be the Migos. Jealousy is real. It's a scary world we live in. That's true. Now somebody posted Dapper Domos or something says, maybe my favorite Takeoff verse. You just had to be there when this dropped. And he retweeted it, but he says, why Baby album this hard? So I wonder who is Baby. I don't have a Twitter, so I'm looking for some tweets where he had talked about he didn't care for them. But he was talking about every charge.
It was some tweets that
on October 25th, he was talking about every charge I had dismissed. And on October 25th, he said, all these niggas do is brag, but go out bad. I just don't get it. It seems like to me he's just a hater. It seems like to me he's a hater.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Indeed.
That's what I heard. They didn't intend for either one of them to lead.
And the other reason why I also think it was a setup is because you look at the incident that happened with Duke the jeweler. That young man was in the room as well, around the dice table when they were shooting dice. And if you remember, the description of the person Duke the jeweler fits that young man that they gave.
Mm-hmm. Young Scooter. From what I could see, he was always comparing the Migo, Takeoff and Quavo to Lil Baby. Baby Babylon says QC had them set up.
Mm-hmm.
She just put a video of Takeoff talking about his ring. Who did Yannick? Who just did that? You guys, as you come into the room, please hit the like button. Make sure y'all run the likes up. If you haven't hit the like button, please hit the like button. Wow. Y'all, please run the likes up. Hit the like button. I don't know. From what I can see, it seems to me, I've been people have been saying that the mayor is related to Jay Prince Sr. I don't know if he is, but I definitely saw a reluctance. I didn't like the way that the police chief didn't. I don't remember hearing him say that we're gonna make sure we get justice for his mama. We're gonna find out what happened to him. He didn't say that. I don't remember him saying that Karma knows that cowards
As a
conspired.
matter, as a matter, a- a- as a matter of fact, he was sounding more like he was gonna have a kumbaya meeting with the so-called. We got some good artists and you know celebrities and stuff in this area, and I want to have a conversation to talk about like what we could do to make things better. Dude, you're supposed to be investigating a murder.
Absolutely. Troy says if the mayor is related to them, nothing good will come from this murder because so much. They haven't said anything about Duke the Jeweler. Monica says the dice game was to throw everyone off. They was gonna kill him no matter what. And people have said it was supposed to be both
Yeah.
of them, and I
Mm-hmm.
can't believe
I
that.
believe that.
Somebody try to walk away. You was just trying to get
Mm-hmm.
them to go play basketball. So they decided they weren't gonna do that. It was something
Exactly.
about him walking away that it was almost like somebody said, get him. They had to do whatever it was that they probably was gonna do anyways, because at that point Quavo was walking away. So
Exactly.
I think the police is down with the police is down with that. It was a setup. Yeah, I think it was. If they came there for Jazz Prince, I wonder why Jazz Prince
And
didn't stay there with them.
that's the question that everybody has. What made him leave and not stay with them? Because you were the one they came out there for. And also, too, another bit of information with OG Mike. OG Mike knows exactly what happened and went down because there's a part of the video where you hear him say after the first shot he was saying, "Hey, what are you doing? Why did you do that?" So whoever he's speaking to, whoever shot.
Mm-hmm. Which means he know who shot. That's the reason why I can't understand why the police have not made any arrests.
Now, from what I was told, the Prince family actually went to the police station. I don't know what day it was. They went to the police station and they're there for like an hour and all left.
Yeah. So now I think what people are, it's like the quiet before the storm. I definitely think it's gonna be some retaliation. I do. I would hate that because once there's retaliation, then it's not gonna stop. You know what I mean? It's gonna continue on. But I don't see them just allowing this to happen and then nothing happening. You got a young man on the internet that seems like he's trolling.
Yeah.
Someone said Jazz told him to leave before trouble started and Quavo wanted to stay. Okay, maybe because as a matter of fact, if you think about it, you've never seen Jazz around even his brothers. I haven't seen him hanging out with them dudes that his brothers hang out with. Even at with Duke the Jeweler at that crap game. I don't remember seeing Jazz there. T Green says
Yeah.
nothing is going to happen. I'm over it. You need to go back and listen to the interview. He said his mother gave him that ring. There's a picture of her and him on it. Yeah, I remember the ring that he said his mother gave him with a picture on it. Hold on one second. Let me see something. Because, like I said, this is ridiculous. They killed that boy, and they did it for no reason. And like I said, it seemed like it was just on some hate and stuff.
Yeah.
Look at this. Hold on, you guys. Can y'all see that? That's Takeoff and Quavo as kids when they were little. It says the way Jay Prince walked past Takeoff on the ground is effing crazy. The way how the whole rap gang got to check in with these fraudulent niggas when they go to Houston is crazy. Nia Alicia says it's the way he pays these blogs off or something, not to mention his name, when this is the second tragic shooting within the last 2 months of someone well known getting shot and killed at the dice game.
I'm sick and tired of the consistency of people that are influential to you are leaving us consistently. That's our rappers. Sooner or later, we got to start changing our addresses, guys. That's an analogy to saying, I know we this, but we ain't that. We got to leave that behind that we once did. And that's what you guys are. Now you guys are Jackson State royalty. You ain't know that. You're not whoever you were a year ago. You're not even who you're going to be a year from now, which is the blessing. But you can't continuously do the things you've always done and expect to get the results. It's going to have to be a change. All of us have gone through drastic changes. Coaches? All of us still evolving into what God has called us to be, and that's change. You cannot kick it with the same dudes you kicked it with. You cannot kick it with the multitude of women that you kick it with. You cannot associate in the same realms that you associate with. You're going to have to change if you expect change.
He's telling the truth on that, ain't he? Wow. I hate this so bad. It's sad, but I'm trying to. Here it is. Let me see. I'm not gonna be able to show it because TMZ will never strike me.
And you know the funny part about what you just brought about TMZ is that when TMZ initially put their video out, they were focused on Migo Band, saying that he was a person of interest, but they didn't realize that they had the frame of the young man, Lil Cam, actually having a gun in his hand until someone else posted about it, and then it got brought to their attention, and then they was sent a message.
TMZ was paid immediately by somebody. TMZ was paid immediately by somebody to change the narrative and put out. You're right that that Huncho, what's his name? That what's his name? Half brother did it. But you're right, they didn't know the amount of camera footage that there was. They immediately tried to change the narrative and take off Jay Prince's people and put it at Quavo's and them feet. TMZ did that. You notice how quiet they've gotten, right? And TMZ is paid to do certain things.
You ever heard anything from them since then?
Hold on one second. Let me see. I was trying to find the video. Hold on. I think it's a tragedy. You know, the only thing I could say is that I pray that they do something about it, but I just don't know if the Houston police want to. Okay. It's almost like they can't. Hold on, you guys. Here it is.
Thanks for joining us tonight. We're here in Houston now looking for tonight. The judge also shows how one police are interested in talking to. TMZ released footage that shows an unidentified man standing near rappers Quavo and Takeoff with a gun in his pocket. This was while Quavo got into an argument with someone over a dice game. A scuffle starts. Then you can see that
you saw the guy in the purple jacket running towards the door or something. He had already shot the guy. That's crazy.
Got into an argument with someone over a dice game. A scuffle starts. Then you can see that same man with that gun drawn. And you hear gunshots. Still can't tell who fired the first shot. But we know after that first shot, there were roughly 10 more shots. Police say they are aware of this video and this unidentified man is a person of interest. There's also speculation that multiple guns were fired. TMZ executive producer Charles White says that they anticipated more people to send information that could help police figure out what happened early Tuesday at 8:10 billion.
You know, all I can say is that it's sad, y'all. Quavo isn't suspect to me. I feel like Quavo is to me, he is definitely a victim because I believe their intentions was to take him out also. They just didn't get the opportunity to do it. Okay. There was a scuffle. I think they didn't get the opportunity to do it. I just didn't. If anybody wants to come up, you guys can definitely come up. Child Quavo and Takeoff knows that this was a backdoor setup. Migos don't move like that. They was too comfortable and someone wanted them comfortable. And I'm not talking about Jay Prince Jr. Well, who do you think wanted them comfortable? So who wanted them comfortable?
Well, you gotta so there's something around that as far as like their management company QC. So if a lot of people keep up with the news around the Migos, you know that Offset had issues. He wanted to get out of the contract and the money he had paid and things of that nature. And then but they were actually taking them to court. They were in the process of taking them to court around money that they think that QC has actually stolen from them over the years and stuff. So that's where a lot of that speculation is coming from. You know, I mean, you never know what people may do in those type of situations if they know that you have a good case and they're going to have to cough up a lot of money. So, but that's been talked about on the streets as well.
Well, I agree. I've said, that it seems to me that somebody wanted him gone, and I wouldn't be surprised with the way that they did it unless the young man that did this is absolutely mentally sick. It would have had to have been because he was paid to do it. You see what I mean? And you have to think about who wanted him gone. Who wanted him gone?
Yeah.
And I wouldn't be surprised if it didn't, because if you notice, he's always comparing Migos to, he didn't like Quavo and Takeoff really, and he was always comparing them to Lil Baby.
Wow.
They had all the opportunity to
Mm-hmm.
get Quavo to something isn't right. We live in a criminal world. We need to stop protecting criminals and expose them. I agree. Quavo people sold and gave footage accusing themselves. I don't know about that. I don't think Quavo them had anything to do with that. Quavo them was trying to haul ass getting out of there. That we did see.
Now there is some. I'm going to say there is some validity to that, Miss Tamara. If you go back to where the video where Dad Prince picked up Quavo, and when they were outside of that truck or that van before they got into his car and stuff like that, the guy that's driving that truck is the guy that usually hangs with Quavo and Takeoff. They're in a picture that's got his camouflage uniforms they have on. He's an Arabian guy. But you look at, he actually has a camera that he's filming with. And he actually had that camera with him the night of the incident. And so they're saying that because the footage that was given, they were saying that that's not phone footage. That has to be camera footage. And they were saying that he's the one that actually gave him a snippet of some of that footage.
Mm-hmm. Hold on, let me see if I can find that.
I don't remember what they took the picture for, but it was a picture. It was like 8 or 10 individuals, and they were all in camouflage uniforms.
Hold on, let me see if I can find it on here. Hold on, let me see if I can find it. It seemed like all the videos TMZ on every social media as it relates to this. Different ones.
Bad thing. Who done convinced us? Who done told?
Hold on, let's see what hold on one second. Charleston White claimed a phone call about what happened. Let's see.
That death is a bad thing. So I want y'all to listen to this. And maybe this will change your mind about what happened to Quavo. Because all y'all getting secondhand, mishand, wrong information. So I want y'all to listen to this. Hold on.
So what they were shooting? Thousands? Everybody was 1,000 pieces, like 20 motherfuckers. I ain't worried about no motherfuckers that beat me. I ain't gonna beat them. But let me rob it. That's all they can win. Boy, you in there shooting hard. Man, Yeah. But I'm calling you to read this shit and listen to the video. Yeah, started over a dice game and a fight, altercation went down outside all of the goddamn like that boy. Charles, you know how you ever met somebody right before they died and it's like they there, but they ain't there? Yeah. That man was there physically, but spiritually, mentally, he wasn't there. It was his time. Exactly.
I want y'all to listen.
You know what I'm saying? Second, the man sitting beside my old lady, right? Yeah. And the man's glass is empty. Ain't no alcohol in it. Empty. We turned that boy turned that goddamn glass on 5 consecutive times, man. He kept sipping on the cup like it was something in there. Like it was something in there. He didn't say nothing to nobody. He didn't bother nobody. He was off to himself, like he was waiting to go. Like he was waiting to go, bro. He never came to that fucking dice table. Never took a bit. Never even walked over there. You know what I'm saying? Like I watched the man. Like I'm like, damn, what's up with him? Say, man, that man ain't said 2 words to a motherfucker now, man. Like he was in a whole nother dimension. Boy, you done arrested my spirit with this one. Hey, man, that man ain't even. There was a white boy made a post on Twitter, and they trying to act like they looking over there.
I'm gonna stop that because I don't want y'all to hear no more. Now I want y'all to hear what that man and his wife said. That man was in a whole nother dimension. He didn't talk to nobody. He wasn't shooting dice. He had an empty cup that he kept drinking out of and didn't have nothing in it. And he stood up and he just stood up and got hit. Man, when it's your time, it's your time. It ain't nobody's fault. Can't nobody stop it. Did nobody cause it? Because you have to remember, man is not the author of life and death. Man, a killer, a shooter, a gun is not the author of life nor death. It don't give.
Now, whoever that was called Charleston White, he claimed that he was there. If he was there, it was if he was there with them, that means that he knows Jay Prince them. So his statement, what he said would not be credible to me. You see what I mean? Like, if he was there, it is because he knows Jay Prince them. He called Charleston White because Charleston White has a big audience, and it seems like to me they was trying to put something, change the narrative and put something else out into the atmosphere. They already said that it was an intimate party and only the people that they knew was up in there. So that means he had to have known Jay Prince them. So what he's saying, because it really wouldn't be that credible to me. What you think? For some reason, I can't hear you. You're muted. Yeah, you're muted. I still can't hear you. Maybe you should go out and come back in because we can't hear you. Okay. Yeah, it just, it wouldn't, be that credible to me. Can you hear? Yeah, I still can't hear you. Yeah, I still can't hear you. So go out and come back in. Hold on, you guys. I want to show y'all this. Now, this was one of the last,
You shot great, but you.
I don't know who. I don't like nobody else stuff. A shout out to that person, but I can't take no chance on them giving me no. As a matter of fact, let me remove that because they'll try to strike you. I'm gonna trim that out. Hold on 1 second. Let me see. I was trying to show them the guy that owns the jewelry company actually did show video of the last time they was in there. I don't see it. Hold on, y'all. Wow, he had posted one of the give us our flowers while we're here. Isn't that something? Wow. It's almost like he could feel something was going to happen, I tell you. Y'all, this is sad. But like I said, something to watch is the Houston police going to do what they're supposed to do as it relates to it's the Houston police going to do what they're supposed to do as it relates to his murder. Like I said, I think that is definitely something to watch, guys. That is definitely something to watch. I would like to see, because I believe, me personally, I believe that Duke the Jeweler's murder is not going to be that far off from what happened to Takeoff. Okay. I don't believe it's gonna be that far off. And as far as that man saying that he was there but he wasn't there, that I mean, they said that the young man was quiet anyways. He never did a whole lot of talking. Okay, so he wasn't really participating in anything. Hell, he was just really just there with Quavo. Okay, so this person was privy to be able to get into the party. Y'all have to listen to what people say. Okay, you have to listen to what people say. I believe that person that called into Charleston White's show or whatever, that was one of Jay Prince Jr.'s people. He had to have been to be able to get into the party. But listen to what he said. First of all, they was kind of mad at Quavo. He putting it out there. They thought he was arrogant. Okay, they thought that he was arrogant. So they was not really feeling Quavo anyways. Okay, he's the more outspoken one. He's the more outgoing one, you know, with the bigger than life personality. So you listen to what a lot of these plants that they have put into the media to try and change the narrative say. They want to, in their minds, it's Quavo's fault because in their mind he was arrogant. They already hating on him, they jealous of him. So they're saying that it's his fault that this happened to his nephew. If that's not arrogant, I don't know what is. There was nothing that could have been said or done that would constitute or that could ever make that okay. That was a coward, jealous move. Period. The only thing that I hate is that the Migos was such a internationally big group that they would even be hanging out with the likes of Jay Prince. I wouldn't give a damn how much money Jay Prince grew up with, because it ain't his damn money, it's his daddy's money. It's his daddy's money. Okay? So, when people start talking about he's rich, he's this, he's that, look at the type of people that he aligns himself with. Hey, April. Hey, Ivy. You have to look at the type of people that he aligns himself with. Ivy, you said you was going to come up tonight. You had something to tell us. I looked for you all night. Okay. But they're consistently putting it out there that they thought that he was arrogant. And I believe that they hit, Takeoff on purpose. I believe that they was trying to rob him, because that's their MO. Hell, robbing people, hitting licks. Okay. Yeah, what happened? I was like, I don't know why Ivy at. I don't know why I be want to call you Ivory.
Man, I was looking for you, girl.
So what was it that you had to tell us?
Man, you're not ready for that, man. Come on, man. Like, dude, y'all gotta do your research. Junior, right?
Right.
Nobody ever looked at his background. Like, never.
Well, I
Like,
knew he
nobody.
he had just gotten out of. He did some time in prison.
All right. Nobody ever knew that he took a plea deal with the feds. Like, nobody ever looked that up. Nobody ever did their homework on that.
I never looked that up. I've never, as far as his background, I haven't looked into it like that. Yeah. Not like that.
That's why they're trying to keep it real quiet. Because you got to think about it. Like, it's been so much stuff going on. So, they're going to try to keep it as low as possible unless, some type of retaliation, come out of it, and they'll just make it worse. It just makes matter worse. But, if you really do your research on them, that boy been, convicted, and he took a plea deal, and the plea deal was, all right, we're going to let you out, but you got to give us all the information we want. You feel me? Mm-hmm. So it's like, let's basically say that transpired, that situation, and they call him in right now, and they be like, yeah, you was there. You got to tell us everything we want to know, baby. And we know you did it, so you can't lie. I'm not saying he did it, but we know you was there. We know what happened. So now you got to tell us the truth, and that's the plea deal.
Mm-hmm.
That was the plea deal.
Anthony Media, you said we need to talk. Click the link. Click the link and come up if you want to talk to me. Anthony New Media, click the link.
And that, you know what was that for? That was for trafficking guns.
Mm-hmm. He had been getting in trouble for drunk driving, if I'm not mistaken.
So it's real crazy. So yeah, he worked with the feds. He got to tell the feds everything, because that's part of the offer. That's part of them giving you your freedom. You feel me? Why you think they seized everything, the bank accounts, everything? So now the plea deal, we gonna give you your freedom. You feel me? But you gotta talk. Like, we want to know everything. Where you getting them guns from? Who you was transporting it to? And not only that, but all this other shit that been going on. Like, it's crazy. That's what I wanted you to put your focus on today. Cause if people do their homework, like you'll see what I'm talking about is true. I just had to put that out there because people is all going crazy of oh my god and the Chucky doll and oh my god yellow sweater, oh my god and Miko bands, yeah, but nobody's talking about how this guy they let him out free and he over here taking plea deals. So even if that transpired, you still got to give us information. You still got to give us, So it's crazy. That's why they're not saying nothing. And that's sad.
They said the Arabian guy was filming for them the whole time. Wow. I tell you that how you doing, Monk?
You still right. I know I'm right, man. You think I'm just gonna come up here and say, man, I'm connected. Just know that, man. I'm well connected, and I'm from Brooklyn, New York, man. But it don't take a rocket science. You just got to put the pieces together.
They're asking,
why would they want to arrest? Why would they want to arrest? Think about it.
Hey, look, I sent you 3 emails.
Why would they want to arrest?
You sent me something through email?
Yeah, through 3
of them. You never heard of a RICO? Y'all never heard of a RICO? You never heard of a conspiracy? You never heard of things like that?
And to piggyback off what you said.
Come on, think about it, man. It's deeper.
And to piggyback off what you said, Jay Prince, his documents are sealed too. So if they sealed, it means he hiding something, But guess he getting it from his daddy because his daddy working. I know his daddy working with the feds. He has to be.
So do you all believe that conversation that WAC 100 put out about the feds calling him and questioning him about Jay Prince? Do y'all believe that that's true?
Nah, I don't believe. I think that was an act. I don't believe it. I don't believe WAC 100. It sounds like an actor,
man,
but
I don't know, man. I just know I did my homework. I seen the video, and then I'm thinking about it, and I'm like, hold on, everybody's paying their attention to this, but look what's going on over here. He could tell everything. He worked with them. He worked with the feds. So what's going on? Like, nigga, tell. Fuck. Say it. You work with them already. That's the deal. That's the deal.
I think the FBI will show up at your doorstep. They want like they'll call you on the phone. I think they'll show up at his doorstep, like 100. But I sent you the email about the photos. The dude was talking about the Arabian dude. He's like a white dude. He was with Takeoff with the camouflage set on, and he was there that night with Takeoff and Quavo when Jay Prince was riding in that red car. He was in the Arabian dude was in the black SUV. He had the camera in his hand. It's like a old school gray camera.
Okay.
And again, you seen them at when Quavo and Jay Prince were arguing at the bowling alley. He was behind Quavo as well. But I'm trying to see, did he have the camera then? Because they said he was the one that allegedly he was the one that sold the recording to TMZ.
That's what I'm saying. These people you be thinking is gangsters is not really gangsters. They be really working with the federal agent. Like,
that's the truth. A lot of people don't know that.
They don't know that. That's what I'm saying. Like, keep it 100. Since people don't want to really, keep it 100. Fuck it. Like, you a federal agent. You work with them. You taking plea deals.
But he's trying to get that persona that
like you was trafficking guns.
He trying to get that Suge Knight persona. He trying to make people intimidated by him. But that shit ain't working.
That shit don't work, man. When this shit go viral like this, that shit don't work.
But now, how the game is, either you have to choose sides. You're gonna be a part of Jay Prince Jr. side, or you gonna be part of Atlanta side?
Part of Atlanta side. It's too late, my brother. The feds got everything. It's too late. You see, that's the problem that people don't know. Once you work with them, once you take a plea deal, everything that been transpiring, once it's put on you, you got to tell them the truth of everything.
And
that's the only way you have in your freedom, because they can snatch you up right now.
He literally just got off of federal probation in September. Literally, he posted that too. And you got back, and you now you in this. Come on now, you stupid. Come on now.
But you have to understand too. Now, when you've been getting away with something, and you feel like that,
you feel invincible.
Yeah, but the feds, that's how the feds work, though. The feds will let you rock and rock and rock. You see, people don't know that on both sides. People don't know that.
Taisha said he's a big goofy.
Yeah, he blew the spot. He blew the spot for him and the feds.
I feel like either Houston is going to be forced to get justice, or I think the feds, if not the feds, gonna go and do them like they did in New Orleans. Especially with all this going on, it's not like Jay Prince Jr. and them doing anything secretly. They put that out there because they're trying to put fear into people. They kind of put out there in the atmosphere what they do.
I'm telling you, the Atlanta politicians, they contacted the Houston politicians over there. Atlanta gonna put pressure on this investigation as far as legal wise. Street wise, it's a cold war right now. Literally, it's a cold war.
They don't gotta put pressure, man. They already the feds already got them where they want them. They ain't gotta put no pressure. The feds, they ain't gotta do nothing.
But when they solve this case, they gonna solve Duke the Jeweler. They gonna solve Duke the Jeweler case.
I think so too.
Oh yeah,
they're not owing that.
No, I already think they got it. That's why they don't want to say nothing. Because when they come with you, when they tell y'all the information, they gonna give y'all shit that it's gonna be like, what?
It's gonna be a quick 1, 2, 3. It's gonna be the Takeoff, the Duke the Jeweler, then the Rico. They probably know they might do the Rico with the whole thing. This whole thing going on, they might do a Rico, but it's gonna be Takeoff, Duke the Jeweler. Then they're gonna try to get the whole mob ties.
Yeah, they're gonna try to take, because there was a lot of people that.
It was too many people. It was too messy.
And there was too many gun shells.
Then you got the females.
So they want to know the shells, where the shells came from, what kind of guns were they, like.
Then you got the females. They talking about they getting threatened by mob ties. They getting threats. I'm like, you better. They went to the police already though. So it's over for them already. So they gonna look for Kim. They gonna look for the second shooter. I think the second shooter is a Chucky dude or or somebody behind him. I don't know. I don't want to get into that, but man.
Yeah, it don't even matter no more. Like at the end of the day, man, we know he like. Come on, we all know what's it. You know, you could look it up yourself. If you got his real name, you know, you could look it up yourself. And it's gonna tell you, you know, this happened in Florida, I think.
Well, what happened in Florida?
Man, they got caught trafficking guns, and he took a plea deal. You know, and the plea deal was you got to tell me information.
My thing is, why did Jazz Prince leave if he knew he had to? It doesn't make sense by the Jazz Prince part. It's your birthday, but you want to leave your brother, the Migos. You know, say the Migos in a regular group now. You gonna leave them? I
find it strange.
Yeah, come on, you don't leave them. They don't know that they don't have security. You don't leave your brother in a part. Like it's not adding up at all. And now,
Junior, everybody's gonna be shocked. I'm telling you, they not gonna tell nobody nothing. You know why? Because when they come out with the information, they're gonna come out with so much shit that it's gonna be like, what? Nah.
They gonna spook Cam. The feds they're gonna say we don't give you life plus 50. He gonna talk. They gonna tell somebody, hey, we gonna give you 50 years if you don't talk, and they gonna start talking. That's how the feds do.
Nah,
They
it's
gonna
not
hit you with a
exactly like.
conspiracy. It was like, we gonna hit you with a conspiracy. Then knowing this a back door towards your dad. Come on now. Now your daddy about to get in trouble. Cause they understand he been doing shit.
Man, they all getting in trouble, man. They been watching them for years.
Junior can't sleep right now. I know he can't.
They shitting right now. They probably in the island right now, hiding. Everything by the door. Any little bang by the door, anything. They petrified.
The fish splashing in the water, they looking outside, everything. I promise you.
Tell you, they can't even shit in peace.
They
gotta shit with a shooter or somebody there.
Shakur Stevenson,
Shakur's name is coming up a whole lot more too.
Yeah, he had a bullet. They said he had a bulletproof jacket on, a bulletproof shirt on, something like that. And he was standing next to Takeoff as well.
But you know what's crazy? The sad shit. The persona he tried to play to people, knowing you see, but nobody knew about that though. People ain't really. You see, people don't got connections with lawyers and DEAs and people like that. So they're not gonna know no type of information like that. You feel where I'm coming from?
Yeah.
Because you could give me somebody's name right now. I swear to God, I'll tell you everything about him.
Mm-hmm.
As far as his criminal history and all that. If he ever told all that, you feel me?
That's facts.
Like I could show you his whole. If it's federal or state, I could show you him versus the feds and the states. You feel me? And people ain't look at it in that way. People is so, oh my God, and no, just check who was there and just do your homework. But do your homework good though.
Oh, and not only that, Shakur Stevenson, Jay Prince I won't say he owns him. Jay Prince is his boxing manager as far as boxing. Come on now. Now you put his career at risk.
Yeah, so the boxer had the bulletproof because he's the money. You gotta think about it.
Come on now.
The bulletproof vest on and that's what they were supposed to do. Put bulletproof vest on. Like it's no reason why you telling me it's a boxer there. And these men,
he knew
they were more than the boxer.
Man, that boxer, he was prepared. He knew what the fuck going on.
He knew what was going on. He was with them, right? Or with
he was with Jay Prince now.
Yeah, he knew what it was. Let me put this vest on because he seen them with the guns and shit. That's why he ain't even want to talk. Come on, man. I know what's going on, man. Yeah, Brooklyn all the way, baby. You know the vibes.
And the fact that he was standing next to Takeoff, that's the scary part. Like, yo, you seen who shot? You know what I'm saying? The person, it was a close range.
It's sad how it played out though. Like I'm telling you, it wasn't supposed to ask. Yo, it was so quick. I'm lying. I'm flying. That wasn't supposed to play out how it was supposed to play. It was supposed to be a robbery. Like they were supposed to send them boys back home to Atlanta, chainless.
Yes, the chain. It's supposed to be the chain supposed to be snatched off. They're supposed to love, but it was. I don't know
and they wanted to be on Instagram bragging about they had their chains.
I think exactly. That's why they had the camera out like that. They was clout chasing. Them young boys was clout chasing, but what them young boys ain't know that they big homie was an informant.
Yeah. And your big homie was in private school. He never did what y'all doing right now. Come on now.
Your big homie was an informant.
Was sealed documents.
You was going hard for took a plea deal with them boys.
Tell him open the documents up. Them documents sealed. If you look at it, they're sealed documents that he has. Why? If you got why is your document sealed? It doesn't make any sense. You have to be hiding something.
Yeah. I know it's gonna. I could just feel like after his funeral, I don't think it's gonna be good. You know, people are talking about they wonder why Quavo is not saying anything. The man is grieving with his family.
Oh yeah, I know, man. Yo, I survived Rikers Island for 10 years. You feel me? Like I've been around, like, I've been portrayed all about my like one of my best friends, everything. So you can't, like, the way I seen the video and everything, you could tell, like, how it played out if it turned out to be a backdoor. You know, you could hear it. Yo, if you really listen to the video, they like, yo, run y'all shit.
Yo.
If you really listen, if you really do your homework on this shit, and you listen to the video, they like, yo, run y'all shit. And they're like, yo, what? You bugging, man. Yo, let me get up out of here before somebody get hurt. But in the background, you hear them like, yo, you know what? Fuck that. Run that shit. Run
They were being
everything.
disrespectful for a reason. They wanted, you know what I'm saying? They were probably being disrespectful for the dice game too. Now that you saying, now that you're talking about it, this shit was all a lead up, all the lead up. But Cam was too trigger happy. That's why they got caught up like that. It was never supposed to go down like that at all.
I'm not gonna say too much. Just look up his name. If you know his name, if you really know, you know. Just look up his name. That's it. Look up his first, put his middle name, and put his last name, and just look it up. It's in Florida. That's all I'm gonna tell you. Just look it up. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm not gonna say too much. I don't wanna, right now I'm just, I'm even hurt behind Takeoff. You feel me? Like I do this for any one of my brothers. You feel me? Like, since nobody want to say the truth, you feel me? So let's speak the truth. Fuck it. Why not? Too many people getting backdoored.
Too many.
Yeah,
I don't even feel safe. I don't even feel safe.
Imagine the people that's not celebrities down there and they're doing this. Come on. Imagine people that's not celebrities down there and they doing that to they're doing the same thing to them.
Carlos says, I remember when I was delivering for Uber and I had a delivery in that area. When I got there, I threw that food out my window and drove off. That's just how spooky it is.
She said, hell no, fuck the food.
Yeah. She called us. She said, I left it at the front. I threw it somewhere. Now you be like, I threw it somewhere now.
She said, if you come to Houston, never go to the Fifth Ward.
She said, hell no.
She know what's going on now. She going.
Shoot, she threw the food out the damn window. Damn Uber and all of them.
They thought she was a newspaper lady or something throwing that shit. Come on now. She crazy.
Y'all, please hit the like button. I haven't even been watching the likes.
Yeah, turn them lights up, man.
Turn the lights up. Come on now.
Yeah, make sure y'all turn the likes up. I know I came on a little
I was
late
just looking
tonight.
it up. You see that, right? In Florida, the gun trafficking. But if you really look deep into it, you'll see that they took a plea deal.
Yo.
If you really look deep into it. Because you see one thing with the feds, you can't hide that. That's all documented.
I tell y'all. Y'all. Yeah, I hate to say it. I had a long day today and I got on kind of late tonight, but I am overly tired. But I got on because I said that I was going to get on. Will y'all come back tomorrow? We'll get on a little earlier tomorrow.
What time you plan on getting on?
I'm going to get on at about 6 tomorrow.
That'll be
6
great.
p.m. Okay.
All right.
Yeah, definitely.
Thank y'all for coming up. I love you guys. I'll see y'all tomorrow.
Definitely.
All right. All right, you guys. I am tired. I want to thank y'all for tuning in. I had a very long day today, so I'm gonna cut it. We normally do 4 and 5 hours. But I'll definitely be on tomorrow. So make sure y'all tune in. Let me pray over you guys before you get off. I want to thank you for getting on. No weapon formed against you or I or any of you all shall prosper. Anything that rises up against you shall be condemned. I wanted to stay on longer. I can't even think of the words to say anymore because I'm tired. Okay, because y'all know we normally be on it. Okay, so I'm gonna get me some rest. I want you all to get some rest. Ask God to go before you. I ask God to bless you and your family as you sleep tonight. I love you guys. I'm getting ready to give me some rest. I'll talk to you later.